Now I want to take this concept model and throw some fillets on it just to get an idea of what sizes we need, etc. So I can first of all go to my trimmed surfaces here, and I can take the symmetry off just to make it a little easier to see here. And we're just going to put some fillets on the body here. So if we go into the surface fillet function, so I'm going to go for G2 curvature, caudal length, whatever that might be, and usually I start off with default in there if I remember to do that, and we'll just put a fillet across here. So that gives me that. Now what you might find, because I'm going to put fillets along this edge and that edge and the same at the rear, what you might find is that this doesn't quite extend to the edge there. You can see that one doesn't quite extend to the edge, and we can obviously we could put in edge align. That would be okay. You might also just put extend on and just let them crash through each other at these points. So I'm going to go for edge align on that one. This one, if we're being fussy about this, that also should be edge align, but really it doesn't matter as long as it's trimming these surfaces out at this stage. That's all that we're after. So let's go and look at the fillet there. I mean, you could run a fillet all the way around there, but if you want to do that as a completely different size and we can sort out the corners much later, then let's first of all see what we get. Now you can see that edge align here does this rather contorted effect here. If I change the caudal length to be something larger as well, that might be an issue. It might cause a lack of trimming, in which case the start end I might make extend and just accept the fact that that's crashing through. So as long as the main blocks are trimmed back, we get an impression of what that does. So I'll carry on doing this. Now I haven't changed that from extend. I should probably set these back to default, and I think there I've obviously picked the wrong surface by the looks of things. So if I just undo all of that, and I'm just going to pick those two surfaces and we'll make that default as well. I think the size was too great, so let's make that 40. Let's make that 30. Now this model is not to a one-to-one scale, hence the sizes might seem a little unusual. And on this one we haven't quite reached the end there, so it's not trimming out these surfaces here. So on this one maybe we should go for extend on both ends and see what that does. So hopefully that'll trim it out, and you can see that's happened. And then we can go to the end here, and I'm going to put some other caudal values in here. So let's make that 150. You can obviously play around with these because we've got history on here, so you can do whatever you like. And these ones I've still kept extend on there because it's going to be a problem, otherwise it's going to end up with a contorted edge. So if I take the control points off, you can get an idea of what that's doing. And of course we can go back with query edit. So I've got query edit on the hotkey Q, so I can go back to that fillet, for example. If I wanted to change that to 25, it's easy to do. And hopefully if we've put extend in on both ends, then that should allow us to trim everything. One of the advantages of having history here is if I wanted to delete these fillets, if I wanted to delete all of those fillets, that's going to be quite time consuming to do it manually. I could speed the process up because I can pick that as an object. It's one object, but then I'd have to untrim these surfaces here, which would be quite laborious. So the fact that I've got history on means I can go into query edit and pick that fillet there. I can just say undo all if I want to get rid of the fillet, and it also gets rid of the trimming. So if I wanted to go around and pick those all, I can go and do that. Just query edit that one, undo that one, query edit this one, make sure I'm not picking that surface because I don't want to delete any history on that because the trimming will fail then, and I can undo all there, and likewise on this one here. So much quicker than going around manually removing that data.